We're standing at the front of the mat, feet together. Squeeze the bum forward, roll the shoulders back, standing up nice and tall. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Chest is lifted, tummy is engaged. You've got those hip bones pulling in towards the belly. Taking a deep breath in, reach the arms out and up overhead. And then as you exhale, swan diving the arms down. Tuck tailbone, roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Squeeze the hips forward. Exhale, swan diving down. Tucking the chin in, tuck the tailbone, roll up one vertebra at a time. Really squeezing through those lower abdominals. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, folding forwards, tucking the chin in, tucking the tailbone. We roll up one vertebra at a time. And roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, last time. And exhale, swan dive, folding forwards. And allow the arms to hang heavy towards the ground. Chin is tucked in, feel the stretch through the back. Up the thighs, down the calves. Chin is tucked in to look towards the legs. We're going to inhale, halfway lift up to tabletop, straightening out the spine. Lifting the tailbone slightly, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, folding forwards, bend the knees, place the hands on the ground. Right foot steps back, reach the arms up into a high lunge. Left knee directly above left ankle. High lunge. Folding forwards, one hand either side of the front foot. We step back to a plank, shoulders over wrists. Making sure your lower back's not collapsing, but tuck that tailbone, pulling the belly button away from the ground. Lowering the knees, twist the elbows in, lower chin and chest, and press up. Or inhale, lift for cobra, squeezing the hands away from the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Chin is neutral with the rest of the body. Exhale down, tuck the toes, push the hips back towards the heels, stretching out those arms. And then lift the hips up to the sky for your first downwards facing dog. Gently pedaling out the feet one at a time. And then sink both heels down. Gentle stretch through those calves. Lifting up onto your toes, squeezing the heels off the ground. We're going to tighten the tummy and ripple forwards into a plank. And hold shoulders over wrists for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips up, press down, facing dog. Sinking the heels down, legs are straight. Lift up onto your toes, roll forwards into plank. This time we're going to shift forwards and backwards. So shoulders move over the fingertips. And then press heels down towards the ground to stretch out those calves, but keeping the plank. Shoulders over fingertips. And back heels towards the ground in your plank. 3, shift forwards, press back. 4, and back. And last one, 5, and back. Lift the hips, downwards facing dog. We walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Allow the arms to hang heavy to the ground. We tuck the tailbone, squeezing into those lower abdominals as you curl your way up one vertebra at a time. Roll those shoulders back, squeeze the hips forward. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan diving all the way forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop spine. Lifting the tailbone, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, folding forwards, bend the knees, place the hands, left foot steps back on the ball of the back foot. Right knee directly above right ankle, reach the arms up, high lunge on the other leg. Palms are turned in, shoulders are down. Lunge it nice and low. Folding forwards, one hand either side of the front foot. We step back to plank, shoulders over wrists. Core is strong. Lowering knees, chin and chest, or full chaturanga down to the ground. Inhale, lift for baby cobra. So you're squeezing the chest away from the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades away from the floor, or towards the spine, and the hands float away from the floor. Release the hands down, tuck the toes. We push the hips back towards the heels, stretching out the arms. And then lift the hips up, downwards facing dog. Arms pressed overhead, activating into that upper back as the heels sink down to the ground. Right leg lifts up towards the sky. And we're going to straighten the knee. So pointing those right toes, we're going to pulse the right foot up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up onto your left toe, shift forwards to plank. If you can, keep the knee off the ground. Otherwise, lower the knee down. One-legged push-up, both legs to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest away from the floor. Roll the shoulders back, putting them down away from the ears. So you really feel the shoulder blades slotting in towards like the base of your rib cage along your back. And release, hands down to the ground. Tuck the toes, push the hips back, stretching out the arms. And then lift the hips up to the sky, downwards facing dog. Left leg lifts up, pointing the toes, straightening the knee. We pulse the leg up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift up onto your right toe, shift forwards to plank. Ideally hovering as you lower chin and chest down. Both legs to the floor. Inhale, lift, chest away from the ground. Float those hands off the floor. And release, hands down. Tuck the toes, push the hips back to the heels, stretching out the soles of the feet, stretching out those arms. And then lift the hips up to the sky, downwards facing dog. Chin tucked in. We're going to walk the feet to the front of the mat. Chin is tucked in, so the neck is neutral. We're going to tuck the tailbone and roll your way up to standing. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift to tabletop. Exhale, fold. Brush the fingertips along the ground, sink the hips down into your chair. Arms pull up, knees pull back. Exhale, folding forwards. One hand either side of the front foot. Bend the knees, right foot steps back. We drop the right heel down to 45 degrees. Press up for warrior 2. So your right foot is flat. Your hips are square facing the front edge of the mat. Palms are turned in, arms back and down. As you lunge for that 90 degrees through the left knee, making sure the left knee is not conking in, but you're using your left thumb to open up the hip. Placing the palms together, bringing the hands down to heart center. We're going to open up for warrior 2. So hands sends to the back of the mat, left hand to the front of the mat, tailbone is tucked, still nice and low in your lunge without collapsing that knee inwards. To start to feel a bit of a burn through the left leg. We cartwheel down either side of the front foot. One hand either side. Roll onto the ball of the back foot. We kick that leg back to hover. And then lowering either the knee or full chaturanga with the leg elevated. And this time we press up for cobra. Roll the shoulders back, chest opens up. Tucking the toes, we're going to lift the hips straight up to downward facing dog. Sinking the heels down. Right leg lifts up towards the ceiling, lift up onto your left toes, bring your right knee to your chest and step the foot to the front of the mat. Drop the left heel down 45, reach the arms forwards and up into your warrior one. Palms turned in, drop the shoulders down, tailbone tucks, abs are engaged. Breathing into your stretch. Placing the palms together, bring the hands down to heart center. We're going to swivel open to warrior two. Right hand to the front of the mat, left hand to the back of the mat. Gaze is over the right foot, middle finger. Right knee is directly over the ankle. Tailbone is tucked. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Sending all that good oxygen to those muscles, which might be burning. We cartwheel down either side of the front foot, roll onto the ball of the back foot, step to the front of the mat. Chin tucks in, we straighten out the legs, tucking tailbone, rolling up, one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms up and up overhead. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift to tabletop. Exhale, fold forwards, brush the fingers along the ground, reach the arms up into your chair. Feel that lightness and floating sensation through the arms. Exhale, folding forwards, bend the knees, place the hands on the ground, left foot steps back. Drop the left heel down 45 degrees, we cartwheel up into warrior two. Tailbone is tucked. Right knee is directly above right ankle, adjust the shoulders, arms parallel to the ground. Taking the left hand down to the left calf, we're reversing our warrior. Right arm reaches overhead without losing the lunge through the right knee. Reaching towards the back of the mat. Really feel that length out of the right rib cage. Drawing yourself back up to warrior two. Then take the right hand, dropping it down to the inside of the right foot and left arm reaches over your extended side angle. Pressing through the front leg, we draw up back to warrior two. Final burn through the right leg, then cartwheel down either side of the front foot. Roll onto the ball of the back foot. Kick the right leg up to hover, parallel to the ground. Dropping the knee if you need to, otherwise full chaturanga down. Both legs to the floor. Press up to cobra. Roll the shoulders back, chest opens up. Tucking the toes, pull belly button away from the floor, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling, pointing those toes. Lift up onto your right toes, bring your left knee to your chest and step the foot to the front of the mat. Left knee is directly above left ankle. Drop the right foot down 45 degrees, cartwheel up, warrior two. So right knee is directly above the ankle, using that glute to open the hip, working into the outside edge of the right foot. Shoulders are down. I think it's left knee above left ankle. I might have said that wrong. Dropping the right hand down towards the right calf. Left arm reaches over and we pull back of the mat. Palm turns towards the ground. Without losing the lunge through that left leg. We've reversed our warrior. So we're reaching backwards. Pulling yourself back up to warrior two. We're going to send the left hand down to the inside of the left foot, palm to the ground, and then right arm reaches over in line with the leg, palm turns to face the ground, extended side angle. If the ground is just too far away, you can rest up on your elbow. And then pulling yourself up through the right hand, back to warrior two. Last little burn. And then cartwheeling down either side of the front foot, roll onto the ball of the back foot, step to the front of the mat. Feet together, big toes touching, ankles touching. Tuck the chin in towards the chest and look at those legs. Tuck the tailbone as you roll up one vertebra at a time. All the way to standing, rolling those shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift to tabletop. Exhale, fold forwards, brush the fingertips along the ground, sink the hips down into your chair pose. Arms reaching up, pull the knees back, tuck tailbone to activate into your abdominals. Exhale, folding forwards, bend knees, placing the hands on the ground. We go right foot back. We're going to keep the right heel off the ground, lift the arms up into a high lunge once more. Palms turned in, tailbone tucked, so your tummy is not collapsing forward. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer now, so you can sink a little deeper and start to get a really good stretch to the right hip flexor. We're going to take the left, so if the left foot that's at the front, we're going to take the left hand down to the right thigh and then just slide the hand down and reach the right arm back. So we're increasing that stretch through the right hip flexor. Just seeing how far down you can stretch. I know it makes the balance a little more challenging. And then cartwheeling down to drop the right hand to the floor. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. So right palm is strong on the ground, left knee is above left ankle, right knee is pulling away from the floor. Release the left hand down to the ground, drop the right knee to the floor, unflip those toes, reach the arms up into your low lunge. Pelvis is sinking towards the ground, palms are turned in, putting the arms back behind the ears. Exhale, folding forwards, one hand either side of the front foot. We pull the hips back so the hips are above the right knee. Straightening out the left leg, straightening out the spine as you fold towards that extended leg. Trying to keep the neck as neutral as possible. And then walking the hands forward, one hand either side of the front foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee. We're going to take a little step forward so we can place both feet flat on the ground and then straightening out those legs. So to about halfway to your usual low lunge, both knees are pulled straight. Try and square off the hips so both hip bones are pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Then straightening the spine as much as possible. If the hands need to lift up onto the shin, that's fine. But the goal here is to have straight legs. We're going to place the right hand down on the ground or on the foot or on the shin. And then lift the left arm up, twisting the spine. So it's supposed to be nice and twisty. The balance will be challenged. Then Release the hand down, one hand either side of the front foot, bending the leg. You're going to take the hand slightly further forwards of those left toes, and then lift the right leg up towards the sky. And we're going to lift it all the way up for your standing split. So we're not just hovering to a sort of suggestion of a hover or halfway to your warrior three, but you want to squeeze into that glute and open up the hips to lift that leg up as high as you can. The further forward you fold, the more it's going to lift, but feel free to bend that supporting leg if you need the balance from the hands touching the ground. Then we are going to bend that left leg, drop the right toes to the back of the mat, reach the arms up, high lunge, just to settle in, and then folding forwards, one hand either side of the front foot. Kick that left leg back to hover. Lowering knees, chin and chest, or full chaturanga. Press up for cobra. Tuck toes, belly button away from the floor, lift up, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up towards the sky. Lift the left heel, bring your right knee in towards your chest and step it to the front of the mat. So right foot's now at the front. We're on the ball of the left foot, right knee directly above right ankle, reach the arms up, high lunge. Palms turned in, shoulders down. Back knees pulling away from the ground, tailbone is tucked. As you exhale, folding forwards, hands to the ground. Left hand underneath left shoulder, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Releasing the right hand to the ground, drop the left knee down, unflip the toes, keep the pelvis sinking towards the floor as you reach the arms up for your low lunge. Palms are turned in, shoulders are down away from the ears. Breathing into your stretch. If the muscles are screaming, just send them more oxygen. As you exhale, fold forwards, one hand either side of the front foot. We pull the hips back, straightening out that right knee, and then straightening out the spine as you fold towards that right foot. Right toes are pointed, so we get a bit of a stretch across the top of the foot. And try and untuck that tailbone to increase that hamstring stretch. Shifting the body forwards, one hand either side of the front foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee, and then step the foot just slightly further forwards, straightening out both legs. The hands can raise up the shin if necessary, but as much as possible with a nice straight spine, reach the hands towards the ground. Keeping the right hand, keep the left hand connected either to the floor or to the leg. We're going to reach the right arm up towards the sky. Nice and twisty. It's a torso rotation as well, so try not to lead with just the arm, but think about opening the entire chest, twisting the waist out to lift the arm higher. Releasing the hand down to the ground, shifting the fingertips forwards of that front leg, bending the right leg as you lift the left leg towards the sky for your standing splits. We're squeezing it up as high as you can and finding that extra room to maybe squeeze a little higher. So does it come from more of a pelvis rotation? Does it come from more of a forward fold? Or is it just by squeezing through that lifted glute that you get the height? So playing around with your body, not accepting that that's your maximum, seeing where there's room to stretch that little bit deeper. Bending the right leg, drop the left toes at the back of the mat into your high lunge, reach the arms up. And then take the right hand down to the left leg, twisting backwards or twisting towards the right hand side to reach the hand down the back leg and left arm reaches over, increasing that high lunge stretch through the left hip flexor. And then cartwheeling down either side of the front foot, we step to the front of the mat, feet together. Tucking the chin in, straightening out the legs. We tuck the tailbone and roll up one vertebra at a time. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, folding forwards, tucking the chin in. Inhale, halfway lift to your tabletop spine. Nice flat back. Squeeze the shoulders together. Neck is nice and neutral. Folding forwards, bend the knees, brush the fingertips along the ground, reach the arms up, sinking down into your chair. Turn the palms in. Place the palms together, bring them down to heart center. And just hold your chair. Should feel those glutes working. We're going to take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, pushing the palms of the hands together to twist the spine. Then we're going to take the hands to the side of the mat. So to the left-hand side of the mat. So I'll come around to show you on the right-hand side, just so it's clearer. So your hands were here, and now you're taking the hands down. And we're getting there today. Fantastic. Okay, so then you're going to shift forward so that you can really take some of the weight into the hands. And mostly this is going to be about compression for today. If you feel confident, put your bum on your elbow and your knee on your other elbow. It will make sense which one. As you sit and rock forwards. But if it's not for you today, just working into that twisting compression, hands to the ground. And then reaching the arms up, feet down, into your chair, palms together, and straighten up the legs. Legs should be burning from holding that low, low squat. Reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forwards. Brush the fingertips along the ground, reaching up into your chair once more. Palms together down to heart center. We take the elbow to the other side. So if you did your right elbow to left knee, now we go left elbow to right knee. Pressing the palms together, working into that twist. Get that nice compression, twisted spine going up. And then keeping the elbow there to help you with leverage, you're going to fold the hands down towards the ground. So it's a nice twist into your hip, a nice booty burn, a nice compression into the waist. And if you can, get the bum on the elbow or the elbow on the knee, give it a go. And then reach the arms forward, back into your chair. And straighten out the legs, palms together at heart center. We're going to lift the heels off the ground up into a sort of calf raise. Squeezing the bum forward. Roll the shoulders back, chest is open. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping the heels down. Great. I'm going to come through to the center of the mat. Placing the balance into the right leg. I'm going to interlace the fingers, bring the left knee up, and pull the knee towards you. Being sure not to lean back, but actively pulling through those biceps. Then we're going to reach down, grab the ankle, pull the knee backwards, pull the heel towards the bum, and reach around with both hands, squeezing the hips forward so that your lower back's not arching, tummy's not sticking out. Breathing into your stretch, you should be feeling it right down the thigh, hopefully a little bit into the hip flexor as well, the more you squeeze the bum forward. Releasing the foot, we're going to cross that same ankle above the supporting knee, palms together for balance, and we're going to squat it down. So, same ankle crossed over the knee, you can flex the foot, sticking your bum out. So making sure your knee's not coming forwards, but you're really sticking the hips out backwards. And then you're going to fold the hands down towards the ground. Or just generally seeing how forwards you can go. Like it. And then coming up, if you did release, hands together. We're going to grab the ankle, straightening out that supporting leg, and place the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Palms together. Supporting leg should be burning. And we're just going to keep it here. I had ideas to take it up a level, but I think this is challenging enough. And releasing the foot down to the ground. Shaking out that supporting leg. Hopefully you've got a nice burn. Running through the ankle, up the calf perhaps. Okay, ready for the other side. We interlace the fingers, placing the balance into the left leg. Right knee lifts up. Grasp the knee and pull the knee towards you and putting your chest towards your knee as well. So being sure not to just lean back, but you're actively pulling both together. So getting a nice compression in that hip. Actually go this way where it's better. We're going to reach down, grab the ankle, pull the foot up behind you, reach around with both hands and squeeze the hips forward. So no arching and collapsing through the lower back. This muscle is tight, it's attached to the spine, it's going to pull your spine. So try to use your core muscles to counteract that and really lengthen away from the thigh. Releasing the foot, crossing the ankle over the opposite knee, palms together, squat the bum back. Let's get a really nice stretch through the glutes. And then folding forwards, hands towards the ground. If you can straighten that leg for a really nice hamstring stretch, go ahead. But if the hands towards the floor in that general direction is challenging enough, that's fine too. And then lift the body up. You're going to grab the ankle, straighten out that supporting leg and place the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Twist. And then palms together. Tummy's engaged, finding a nice clear spot on the ground in front of you to help you focus and balance. And release the foot down to the ground. We're going to grab a seat in the center of the mat. So, legs extended, arms extended, straightening out the spine. We're going to fold forwards, tummy to thigh, chest to shins. If you can reach the feet, grabbing them so that they're not looking at each other, but they're nice and flat, opening them up. If you can only grab knees, that's fine too, but as much as possible, try and work on extending the spine. Release, sitting upright, bringing the right foot in, placing the sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Right knee drops open. Extend the arms, we're folding forwards towards that extended leg. Try to keep those shoulders a bit more relaxed, away from the ears. Unclench any tension you might be holding in your belly as well. That gives you some more space to fold forwards. And release. We're going to take that bent leg, swing it around, place the foot next to the hip, moving the flesh out of the way so you can get your right sit bone to the floor as much as possible. Knee is pointing in the same direction as the extended leg. Extending both arms in the same direction as well. We're going to fold forwards and place the hands either side of that leg, landing wherever you land, and just folding forwards. Again, remember to keep the sit bone connected. You don't want to lift that whole right bum off the ground. And release, sitting upright, taking the bent leg, swinging it over the extended leg, sole of the foot to the outside of the left thigh. We're going to take the right hand to the ground behind you, left arm swing over to the outside of the knee, bend the elbow. So the elbow hooks to the outside of the knee to help you twist. So if it's easier with a straight arm, feel free to do a straight arm. You want to get that knee as tight into the sort of armpit as possible, and you can help by using the right hand as close to your bum as possible, so that you're nice and upright through the spine. And yes, you can wave if you like. What's a stop sign? I don't know, however you think of it. And release, extending the right leg out. Left leg comes in, sole of the foot to the right inner thigh, dropping that left knee open. Arms extended, spine straightens up. Bring your tummy to thigh, chest to shin, and folding forwards. Try to relax the shoulders away from the ears. Flexing those toes towards the face and pressing the back of the knee in towards the ground. And coming back up to seated, taking that bent leg, swinging it around, placing the left foot alongside the left hip, moving the calf muscle out of the way so that you can press your left sit bone in towards the floor. Left knee is pointing in the same direction as the right leg is extended, extending the arms, straightening the spine and folding forwards. Again, releasing the tension in the belly. And sliding back up, taking the bent leg, crossing that left foot to the outside of the right thigh, sole of the foot to the ground, left hand to the ground behind you. We're going to take the right elbow to the outside of that left thigh, using the elbow as leverage to twist the spine, and then bend the right elbow to 90 degrees. So you're using the elbow to cross the knee over the body, so you're getting a good stretch through the left glute, and a nice spinal twist as well. Making sure to keep both glutes on the floor, both sit bones connected to the ground. And release, extending both legs out ahead of you, extending the arms. We tuck the tailbone and roll down one vertebra at a time, all the way flat onto your back. Bring your right knee in towards the chest, left hand to the outside of the knee, right arm along the ground. We cross the knee over the body. Twisting the spine, gazes over the right shoulder towards the right hand, keeping the right shoulder connected to the floor as you twist the whole pelvis over. So it's not just the hips staying on the ground and the knee crossing, but you want to twist through the back as well. Coming through to center, straightening out the right leg. Left knee comes to chest, right hand to the outside of the knee, left arms extended along the ground. We cross over, bringing the knee to the right side of the body, along the floor, keeping left shoulder connected to the ground. Drawing it back up to center, bending both knees, feet flat on the floor, adjusting the lower back. Right ankle crosses over left knee, reach through for the back of the left thigh, and pull towards you for your figure 4 stretch. Releasing the foot down, right foot goes down, left ankle crosses over right knee, reach through for the back of the right thigh, and pull the knee towards you. You can use your left elbow to push the left knee open, keeping the head and shoulders on the ground. If you find that you're pulling your tailbone off the floor, try untuck the tailbone to increase the stretch through the glutes. Releasing the feet down to the ground, both knees bent, feet shift to the outside edges of the mat. You're going to take both knees over to the right-hand side and then right foot goes on top of left knee, pulling both knees towards the floor and then squeezing the tummy so that the lower back flattens out. So knees to the right, right foot on top of left knee. Releasing the foot, lifting the knees up, adjusting into the lower back. Both knees fall over to the left-hand side. Left foot on top of right knee, knees towards the ground, and tightening the tummy to flatten into the lower back, which helps you to pull away from the top hip flexor. Release the foot, lifting the knees. Right knee comes in towards the chest, left leg up towards the side. Rock the toes over the face and swing all the way up, crossing the ankles. We're going to send the arms forward, folding into your lap as you stretch those arms away from you. Neck is relaxed. Walking the hands back upright, other ankle crosses to the front and folding forwards. And then walking back upright. Good stretch.